Introduction. Search engine OSINT involves using search engines to gather publicly available information. Also known as Google Dorking, due to its early association with Google searches. Can be used for various purposes, including research, intelligence gathering, and investigative work. Here's a simple explanation. OSINT, Open Source Intelligence. Imagine you're a detective trying to solve a mystery. You don't have access to confidential information, but you want to gather clues from publicly available sources. Example. Let's say you're investigating a company that's been involved in a scandal. You can use search engines like Google to look for news articles, social media posts, and official statements that might shed light on the situation. By analyzing this publicly available information, you can start piecing together what happened. That's basically what OSINT is, using public information from search engines and other online sources to gather clues and insights. Background. Search engines index a massive amount of online content, making them a valuable resource for OSINT. Major search engines include Google, Bing, Yahoo, and DuckDuckGo. Each engine has its own unique features and parameters that can be used to refine searches. Here's a simple explanation. Think of it like searching for a book in a huge library. Imagine you have a massive library with millions of books, but instead of books, it's filled with online content from websites, articles, and social media. Search engines are like librarians. They help you find specific information by looking through this vast collection. Just like how librarians use catalogs to locate books, search engines index online content to provide relevant results. Popular search engines have unique features. Google, Bing, Yahoo, and DuckDuckGo are like different branches in the library. Each one has its own way of organizing and presenting information, so it's helpful to know which features to use for specific searches. And, by the way, avoid using special characters like asterisks or brackets when searching online, as they can sometimes confuse search engines. Types of search engines. General web search engines, Google, Bing. Specialized search engines, academic, news, image, etc. Dark web search engines, Tor, I2P. Social media search engines, Facebook, Twitter. Here's a simple explanation with real-world examples. There are three main types of search engines that help you find what you are looking for on the internet. 1. General web search engines. These are like your everyday Google or Bing, where you can type in anything, e.g., how to make pizza, and get a list of relevant websites. 2. Specialized search engines. These focus on specific topics or types of content, such as academic search engines for research papers and studies, news search engines for current events and news articles, image search engines for photos and graphics. 3. Dark web search engines. These are like secret search tools that help you find hidden websites and information on the dark web, a part of the internet that's not easily accessible. Think of Tor or I2P as special passwords to access this part of the internet. 4. Social media search engines. These let you search within social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram for specific posts, people, or content. Think of it like a library. General web search is like browsing through books on all shelves. Specialized search engines are like searching in specific sections, e.g., fiction, non-fiction, or children's books. Dark web search engines are like using a secret catalog to find rare or hidden materials, and social media search engines are like searching within specific social groups. Search engine parameters. Basic parameters, site, file type, in title. Advanced parameters, alineal, innerl, link. Specialized parameters, site operator, in text, etc. Here's a simple explanation. Imagine you're searching for information online, but you want to narrow down your search results to get more relevant answers. Basic parameters. Site, look for content from a specific website, e.g., site google.com shows Google-related results. File type, find files of a certain type, e.g., file type PDF shows PDF documents. In title, search for pages with a specific title in the title tag, e.g., in title Google search looks for pages titled Google search. Advanced parameters. Alineal, find pages where the exact phrase is in the URL, e.g., alinealgoogle.com/search shows URLs containing that phrase. Innerl, search for pages with a specific word or phrase in the URL, e.g., innerl search looks for URLs containing the word search. Specialized parameters. Site operator, find websites operated by a specific company, e.g., Site operator Google shows Google-operated sites. In text, search for pages with a specific phrase within the page content, e.g., in text Google search looks for pages containing that phrase. Using basic parameters. Site parameter, limit searches to a specific website or domain. File type parameter, search for files of a specific type, PDF, docs, etc. In title parameter, include specific words in the title of search results. Here's a simple explanation with a real-world example. Using basic parameters. You can filter Google search results to get more accurate answers by adding basic parameters to your search query. Site parameter, search only on a specific website or domain. Example, site wikipedia.org climate change searches only Wikipedia articles about climate change. File type parameter, find files of a specific type, e.g., PDF, docs. Example, file type PDF machine learning searches for PDF documents related to machine learning. In title parameter, include specific words in the title of search results. Example, in title data science tutorial shows search results with data science tutorial in the title. By using these basic parameters, you can refine your search queries and get more relevant results. Advanced search operators. Alineal parameter, search for exact phrases within URLs. Inral parameter, search for specific words within URLs. Link parameter, find pages linking to a specific URL or domain. Here's a simple explanation. Advanced search operators. 1. Alineal, use this operator to search for exact phrases within URLs. For example, if you are looking for websites that have travel blog in their URL, use site.travel_blog. 2. Inral, this operator helps you find specific words within URLs. If you want to look at pages with hotel in their URL, use inral hotel. 3. Link, use this parameter to find pages linking to a specific URL or domain. For instance, if you are looking for websites that link to Google's homepage, https://www.google.com, you would use the link operator like so, linkgoogle.com. Specialized search parameters. Site operator parameter, search for specific operator usage on a website, e.g. at, etc. In text parameter, search for specific words within the text of search results. ext parameter, exclude specific terms from search results. Here's a simple explanation with a real-world example. Specialized search parameters. You can use these parameters to narrow down your Google search results. Site operator, look for specific operator usage on a website, e.g. searching for @ example will show you how Twitter uses the @ symbol. In text, search for specific words within the text of search results, not just in the title or description. ext, exclude specific terms from your search results. Example, let's say you're a fan of Taylor Swift and want to see what people are saying about her on social media. You can use in text, Taylor Swift to find articles or posts that mention both Taylor and Swift. Alternatively, you could use site, twitter.com in text, Taylor Swift to only look at tweets that include those words. These parameters can help you find more relevant results and save time by avoiding unnecessary searches. Search engine APIs and tools. Google Custom Search API allows developers to build custom search interfaces. Bing Web Search API provides access to Bing's web search data. Other tools, SEMrush, Ahrefs, that provide additional search engine features and insights. Here's a simple explanation with a real-world example. Search engine APIs and tools. Imagine you're building a website for a local business, and you want to show users relevant search results related to your business. Google Custom Search API. You can use the Google Custom Search API to create a custom search interface on your website that shows only results from websites you've chosen, e.g., your own site, news sites about your area. This helps users find what they're looking for and also keeps them engaged with your website. Bing Web Search API. The Bing Web Search API does something similar but uses Bing's web search data to provide relevant results. It's like having a shortcut to all the information on the internet that's related to your business or topic. Other tools, SEMrush, Ahrefs. There are also other tools and APIs that can give you even more insights into how users interact with your website and what search engine features would work best for you. These can be super helpful in optimizing your online presence and getting found by the right people. Using search engines for OSINT. Identify potential sources of information using search engines. Use advanced parameters to refine searches and focus on relevant results. Leverage specialized search engines and APIs to access unique data sets. Here's a simple explanation. Using search engines for OSINT, open source intelligence, involves using online resources to gather information about a specific topic, location, or individual. Here are some practical tips. Use search engines. Google, Bing, or DuckDuckGo can be useful tools in finding relevant information. Advanced parameters. Use specific keywords and operators like cite, search within a website, file type, search for files of a specific type, and in title, search for pages with a specific title, to refine your search results. Specialized search engines. Utilize niche search engines like Google Scholar, for academic research, or Google Maps, for geospatial data, to access unique datasets. By applying these techniques, you can effectively use search engines for OSINT and gather relevant information. Challenges and limitations. Information overload, dealing with large volumes of search results. Relevance and accuracy, ensuring that search results are accurate and relevant. Technical challenges, working with complex search engine parameters and APIs. Here's a simple explanation. Challenges in search results. Imagine you are trying to find a specific recipe online, but instead of 1 to 2 relevant results, you get hundreds of search results that are overwhelming. Too many choices make it hard to focus on the best result. Irrelevant, some results might be unrelated or even fake information. Technical, dealing with complex parameters and APIs, like programming rules, can be frustrating. These challenges make it tough to get accurate and relevant answers from search engines, which is what we want when searching online. Best practices for search engine OSINT. Use clear and specific search queries to avoid information overload. Verify the credibility of sources before using search results. Be aware of potential biases in search engine data sets. Here's a simple and clear explanation. Best practices for search engine OSINT. When searching online, it's easy to get overwhelmed by too much information. Here are some tips to help you use search engines effectively. 1. Use specific search queries. Instead of typing general keywords, try using more specific phrases like best ways to reduce plastic waste or tips for growing a succulent garden. This will give you more targeted and relevant results. 2. Verify source credibility. Not all online sources are created equal. Make sure the websites you use have trustworthy information by checking if they're from reputable organizations, academic journals, or government sites. 3. Be aware of biases. Search engines can reflect the biases of their creators, so be mindful of potential slants in search results. Look for diverse perspectives and consider multiple sources before making a decision. By following these best practices, you'll be able to find more accurate and helpful information online. Ethical considerations. Respect user privacy and anonymity when conducting OSINT. Avoid causing harm or disturbance through OSINT activities. Follow applicable laws and regulations when using search engines for OSINT. Here's a simple explanation with a real-world example. Respecting user privacy and anonymity. When conducting open source intelligence, OSINT, it's essential to respect users' privacy and anonymity online. This means being careful not to reveal personal information or compromise individuals' security. Example, imagine you're searching for information about a specific person, but their social media profiles are private. You should avoid using their name or profile links in your searches to maintain their anonymity. Instead, focus on publicly available information that doesn't compromise their privacy. Avoiding harm and disturbance. When conducting OSINT, it's crucial to be mindful of how your activities might impact individuals or communities. Avoid causing unnecessary stress, anxiety, or harm by being considerate in your research approach. Following applicable laws and regulations. Always follow applicable laws and regulations when using search engines for OSINT. This includes respecting copyright laws, avoiding harassment or stalking, and adhering to local data protection rules. By keeping these ethical considerations in mind, you can ensure that your OSINT activities are responsible and respectful of users' rights and security. Search engine security risks. Phishing attacks, using search engines to find potential targets for phishing scams. Malware and other security threats, using search engines to discover vulnerable systems or applications. Here's a simple explanation and real-world example. Phishing attacks. Imagine you're searching online for a specific product, and a website shows up in the search results that looks exactly like the official store website. However, when you try to log in, it asks for your password and credit card info. If you fall for this trick, you might be giving scammers access to your personal info, Malware and other security threats. Let's say a search engine result shows up that links to a supposed update or patch for a software you use. But instead of fixing the issue, it actually installs malware on your device, giving hackers control over your computer. This can happen when you're searching for solutions online without taking necessary precautions. Search engine analytics and statistics. Analyzing search engine data sets to gain insights into user behavior and trends. Using search engine APIs to access historical data and perform long-term analysis. Here's a simple explanation. Imagine you're running an online store and want to know which products are most searched for by customers. Search engine analytics and statistics helps you analyze that data. It's like having a magic eye on your customer behavior, allowing you to see what they're interested in and adjust your business strategy accordingly. Just like how you use analytics tools in your store to understand sales trends and make informed decisions, search engine analytics and statistics does the same for search engine users' behavior. Advanced search techniques. Boolean search operators, using logical operators, and, or, not, to refine searches. Proximity search operators, searching for specific words or phrases within a certain distance of each other. Fuzzy matching, using search engines to find approximate matches to specific terms or phrases. Here's an explanation and example for each technique. 1. Boolean search operators. Imagine you're searching for all books about cats on a library website. You can use logical operators to refine your search. N. Find books that mention both cats and whiskers. Example, cats and whiskers. Or, find books that mention either cats, dogs, or fish. Example, cats or dogs or fish. Not, exclude books that mention parrots. Example, cats not parrots. 2. Proximity search operators. Picture a book where the author's name is close to their birth date in the text. You can search for specific words or phrases within a certain distance of each other using proximity operators. Tilde find all instances where John and Doe are within 5 words of each other. Example, John 5 Doe. 3. Fuzzy matching. Suppose you're searching for articles about climate change but the term might be misspelled or slightly different in the search results. Fuzzy matching allows you to find approximate matches. Tilde find all instances where the search phrase is within 2 words of each other. Example, Clim 8. Note that these examples are simplified and intended for illustrative purposes only. In a real-world scenario, you would need to use specific syntax and formatting as required by your chosen search engine or library website. Using search engines for research. Conducting background research on individuals or organizations. Analyzing trends and patterns in search engine data sets. Identifying potential sources of information for further investigation. Here's a simple explanation. When researching a topic, you can use search engines to find relevant information. This helps in 3 ways. 1. Background research. You can find basic info about individuals or organizations, such as their websites, social media profiles, or contact details. 2. Trend analysis. Search engine data can show how people are searching for and talking about a topic over time, helping you understand its popularity and relevance. 3. Lead generation. By analyzing search queries, you might discover new sources of information that were not previously known to you, such as online articles, forums, or social media groups. For example, let's say you're researching a new startup company. You can use search engines to find their website, social media profiles, and even news articles about the company. By analyzing how people are searching for and talking about the company, you might discover new sources of information, such as industry reports or interviews with key employees. Using search engines for intelligence gathering. Gathering open source intelligence, OSINT, to support investigative work. Using search engines to identify potential targets for surveillance or other forms of OSINT. Analyzing search engine data sets to gain insights into enemy operations and tactics. Here's a simple explanation. Using search engines for intelligence gathering. Think of search engines like giant libraries where anyone can upload information, websites, articles, social media posts, etc. As an investigator, you can use these search engines to gather open source intelligence, OSINT, by searching for specific keywords or phrases related to your investigation. For example, imagine you're investigating a local gang. By using search engines, you might find online posts from gang members, news articles about their activities, or even social media profiles that could help you identify potential targets for surveillance or other forms of OSINT. By analyzing these search engine data sets, you can gain valuable insights into the enemy's operations and tactics. This information can be used to inform your investigation and potentially lead to a breakthrough in your case. Specialized search engines and tools. Image search engines, using specialized search engines to find images related to specific terms or phrases. Social media search engines, using social media platforms to search for specific terms or phrases. Dark web search engines, using specialized search engines to access hidden or restricted data sets. Here's a simple explanation with a real-world example. Specialized search engines and tools. These are search tools that help you find specific types of information. Image search engines. Imagine you are planning a trip to Japan and want to see what Tokyo's cherry blossom trees look like. You can use an image search engine to find pictures related to Tokyo cherry blossoms. Social media search. Suppose you are trying to remember the name of a friend from college who posts about environmental issues on Facebook. A social media search engine can help you find your friend's posts using keywords like environmental activism. Dark web search engines. Picture this, a journalist researching sensitive information for a story, but it's not publicly available. A dark web search engine might be used to access restricted data sets, helping the journalist uncover important facts. These specialized search engines and tools can save time and help you find what you need. Using search engines for monitoring and surveillance. Monitoring search engine activity to identify potential threats or vulnerabilities. Using search engines to track the movement of individuals or organizations. Analyzing search engine data sets to gain insights into enemy operations and tactics. Here's a simple explanation. Monitoring search engine activity is like looking through a security camera at a public place. It helps identify potential threats by tracking what people are searching for online, which can indicate their interests, needs, or goals. For example, if someone in a country with a history of terrorism starts searching for information on making explosives or terrorist tactics, it could raise suspicions and help authorities intervene early. Similarly, tracking the movement of individuals or organizations through search engine data is like following someone's movements through public records. It can help understand their interests, connections, and activities, which can be useful in monitoring potential threats or vulnerabilities. Finally, analyzing search engine data sets to gain insights into enemy operations and tactics is like studying an opponent's strategy by looking at their online behavior. It can help anticipate and prepare for potential attacks or counter-operations. Future developments in search engine OSINT. Advancements in natural language processing, NLP, and machine learning, ML. Increased use of specialized search engines and APIs. Growing importance of search engine OSINT in various fields, including research, intelligence gathering, and investigative work. Here's a simple explanation and real-world example for each point. Advancements in natural language processing, NLP, and machine learning, ML. Imagine you are trying to find information about a specific topic, but there are many irrelevant results mixed with the relevant ones. With advancements in NLP and ML, search engines can better understand the context of your query and provide more accurate and relevant results. Increased use of specialized search engines and APIs. Think of a doctor searching for medical research papers on a specific disease. They might use a specialized search engine designed specifically for medical research, which is more efficient than using a general search engine like Google. These specialized search engines and APIs can help professionals in various fields find the most relevant information quickly. Growing importance of search engine OSINT in various fields. Picture a cybersecurity expert trying to track down a hacker by analyzing their online activity. They might use search engine OSINT, open source intelligence, to gather publicly available information about the hacker's online presence, which can help them identify and prevent future cyber threats. Search engine OSINT is becoming increasingly important in fields like research, intelligence gathering, and investigative work because it helps professionals find relevant information quickly and efficiently.